right, so brand new, if you're watching this probably, and you have no idea, maybe where to start, feeling overwhelmed. I totally get it. The easiest way to break it down is to figure out what your goal is. Figure out what you want to make. How much money do you need to make? It could be a need, it could be a want, I don't know. But what I can tell you is, until we know how many transactions you need to do in a year in order to meet your income goal, right, to support your lifestyle, we'd have a hard time figuring out how many people you need to call, how many contacts you need in your database, how many people you need to talk to about real estate. And the cool thing is, in this business is, it is simple, right? It is simple, but it is not easy. We can talk all day long and teach you the simple steps, the doors to knock on to add numbers to those databases to meet your goal. But you're ultimately the one that's responsible for taking that action. So a good thing to do is to enter your goals to kind of see where you, did not mean to do that, where you are need to land. So at the bottom of this sheet here, click on the Broad Goals tab, and I'll show you how to use this. So fill this out, okay? Anything that's in green you can change. Leave the red ones alone, all right? So the average, put in your average estimated sales price. Maybe you live in, and your database is all going to be first-time home buyers, and this is going to be like 250. Maybe you have a large database, and they're all move-upper homes, and your average sales price might be higher than this. This is our average. Our office average is about actually $310,000 right now, I think, but this is your average property sales price, okay, and then this would be the average commission that you're earning on a deal. And I'll be honest with you, right now I'm thinking it's more like 2.6% rather than 2.75%. But we always strive to earn 3%, but we're talking averages here. If you're buyer heavy, you don't have as much control over the commission. If you're listing heavy and you're never going to take the listing less than 6%, aka you're going to get 3%, then this number is going to be higher. So this is the commission that the office is going to receive on the deal on average. Okay, you close a deal at $300,000 with a 2.6% commission. We're going to get a check to Keller Williams for this amount. Now here you enter your income goal. So this is just an old one. Let's say you want to make $60,000. Okay, and then your cap. So unless you want to make less than $30,000, your cap, you're going to cap. Which is cool, but you're going to cap, so we're just going to count your cap, your $16,000 cap plus $3,000 royalty, as a $19,000 expense for the year. So, and then your business expense. So I say just leave this at 10%. And now we're going to see this is the total commission you need to earn. So this is in total what in commissions, okay, you need to earn, so that you end up walking away with this much money, so that your salary is this much money. From here, you're going to pay your taxes and your life, your meals and all that stuff. So your mortgage, basically, this is your salary. Okay, we don't want to include your expenses in what we would consider your salary. So with that being said, if you wanted to make, based on these numbers, you want to make $60,000, you need to close 12 deals. Now, if you're brand new, and this will be you haven't closed any yet, you're in coaching for your first 3 mandatory, right? So 25% each on them is going to mean that if you count on closing 1 more deal. So really, for you, if you're brand new, you would need to close 13 transactions in your first year in order to meet this goal. And if you close 13 transactions at these numbers, you'll end up making more than this. You'll probably be, I don't know, maybe closer to 70,000, 65,000, but just to be safe. So 12 deals, 13 deals is what you would need to make this much money. It sounds about accurate, but you'll see, it really starts to, once you cap, if you wanted to make 100,000, you only need 6 more deals. The reason is because your expenses, your cap is fixed. So once you cap, man, if you want to make 6 figures, it's so attainable. This is probably pretty accurate here. It just depends on your expenses. So you might boost your expenses up. If you're making that much money, you might be spending money on ads or on doing client appreciation events, pop buys. It might actually impact your bottom line, but that's okay. So so good little tool to use. Then this goes on into establishing your business plan, your 411, your GPS, which we'll go into in other videos. And this is really, really broad. This is a rough estimate. We have this really cool spreadsheet that you can ask your coach for. This Life by Design spreadsheet that I personally use. I think it's really awesome. You can put in every expense here and really figure out what you need to earn. Really figure it out. Because I know, I say, oh, I want to make 100,000, but you make that much and you realize, damn, that's actually not as much as I thought it was going to be. So, good idea to get a ballpark though, somewhere for you to start. So now you need to close, however many deals, 12, 13, 14, 20 deals in your first year. So now we can work backwards when we meet and figure out how many contacts you need to be adding to your database. That's all you should be thinking about, whether you're getting those contacts by knocking on doors, by going to events, by geographical farming, by doing open houses, by calling expireds or FSBOs. At the end of the day, we need to figure out, identify how many people need to be in that database in order to have you reach that goal. So, hope this helps. And next, I think will be either GPS or 411.